Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Transformers Masterpiece figure review. Now today we're taking a look at some G1 nostalgia goodness with none other than the MP45 Bumblebee version 2.0. Now for those of you who don't know, there was an original Bumblebee, of course 1.0 being the MP21. Still a really awesome piece, but so far what I've seen of this guy right here is that it blows that original one out of the water. So I cannot wait to get it out here and take a closer look. Either way, if you do want to pick up your very own MP45 Bumblebee or MP46 Black Arachnia, head over to the link down in the description below to RoboToys, their awesome resource for all things Transformers. Either way, what we're going to do now is get all of Bumblebee's accessories out here and take a look at everything he comes with. Now as you can see, MP45 doesn't come with a hell of a lot of stuff, but I'm pretty sure he comes with the necessities. Either way, let's take a look at the card. First, you can see a really nice artistic image of MP45 with some seekers in the top there firing down at Bumblebee, and then on the back, picture of the vehicle and also the robot mode, as well as his tech specs. I actually really do like these collector cards. I wish they were made out of plastic. They are unfortunately made out of cardboard, but it's still a nice piece to have in like a little collector card holder right next to your figure. Now he does also come with some stickers. I know, stickers on a Masterpiece figure, it's sacrilege, but either way, he does come with some stickers, some like battle damage pieces, some love hearts to put over the little Autobot logo on the license plate, so it says I love New York instead of the Autobot logo, but not something that I'm really going to do. Now these pieces can also be stuck onto the figure, and if you're wondering where to put them, the instructions right here show under option parts, they show those little, I don't even know what they are, you'll have to let me know down in the comments below, but they look like little alien style egg sort of pieces. They can be stuck onto the figure in those spots. So those are the stickers. Now he also does come with a little spike figure, fully articulated, of course, just like with MP44. Not something that I'm going to really have on display. These don't really impress me all that much. No facial detail at all, so not, as I said, something that I'm going to be displaying with my figure. You can, of course, put this in the driver's seat, just like it says in the instructions, but again, that is not going to be something that I'm going to show in this review. Check out some of the other reviews if you do want to see him going in the driver's seat. I'm just going to basically review this as I review any other figure. I'm going to bring him out in vehicle mode, show you what that's like, bring him out in robot mode, and then do the same thing. I'm not going to show you transformation or any of the little gimmicks and pieces like that. If you do want to see alternate faces, weapons, and all that on the figure, that will be at the end of the video. Either way, he does come with one of those. He also does come with his blaster, which is painted nicely in this sort of, I don't even know what color to call this, bluish gray paint. It looks really darn good. And then of course you can install the blast on the front there, so it looks like he is shooting his weapons. I'm actually really liking these pieces. I cannot wait to get Smoke Screen with his extra pieces because they have some like zigzags to make it look like it does in the cartoon. Now he does come with a bunch of faces. The other two pretty much look exactly the same, but this one on the left here is him, of course, smiling, and then this is him with like an open mouth sort of expression, and then this one here is also an open mouth expression, but it's like his top lip is sort of pushed over the top. Not really a fan of this one on the right here. I'm probably going to go with the smiling face on mine. Either way, that's pretty much it for the accessories. What we're going to do now is get Bumblebee in vehicle mode out here and take a closer look. And here we have Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. He's a super tiny, super cute rendition of a Volkswagen Beetle. I'm not exactly sure how they were able to get the license from Volkswagen making such a deformed creation. However, it does look accurate to the cartoon, which is what this is all about, and it looks fantastic. The yellow paint is very vibrant and it is super shiny, just like we saw with the MP44 Optimus Prime. For some reason, this is fresh out of the box. I haven't transformed it yet, so you can see super clean on one side, but then a lot of panel gaps on the other side. So we'll have to see once I've transformed this a couple of times, whether it loosens up and sort of tabs into place really nicely. Now, he does have the clear windows. I did think that when I saw him at ACGHK, he had the blue windows. Now, I'll have to go back and check my pictures to see if that's true or not. I would have rathered the blue windows, to tell you the truth, because all of the Plus variants and MP44 have those blue windows, so this is a little bit inaccurate. Now, as you can see, he also does have weapon storage on the bottom. His blaster can just slot along the bottom there. It does make it a little bit tricky to get him rolling, but I have a feeling that once this is all compressed up and I've transformed it again a couple of times, it'll sit in there much nicer. Now, he does also have his license plate, this piece right here. It does slot under this piece on the front there. However, the paint on either the license plate or the front bumper is too thick, and I do not want to force this piece on there and risk damaging it, because of course this figure is a little bit pricey, but that gives you an idea of what it's supposed to look like. Now, bringing out another figure to do a side-by-side comparison, here is the MPM Bumblebee. Yes, I know it's not the MP21, but this is technically still a realistic, real-world proportioned version of the Volkswagen Beetle. And as you can see, he is so darn small. This guy I thought was small, but no, this one is even smaller. It is absolutely minuscule. It's not even half the length of this Beetle right here, which is incredibly accurate to the show, but it's crazy that they were able to fit a rather generously sized bot in such a tiny vehicle mode. Very, very impressive, and I really do like seeing these two side by side because it's insane just how small this guy is. Either way, what we're going to do now is get him all transformed up into his robot mode and take a closer look. And here we have MP45 Bumblebee in his robot mode, and let me just say, he looks fantastic. Now, yes, there are a couple of nitpicks that I will go over in just a second. However, just standing back and taking a look at this thing as a whole, he looks amazing. Spot on, in my opinion, to the Sunbow G1 cartoon design, and that's exactly what the brief was for this piece. Have they nailed the brief? Absolutely. He looks fantastic. Now let's talk about the nitpicks. Let's talk about this backpack. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess. There are parts everywhere, bits and pieces that slide in all over the place. However, on the back, it cleans up pretty nicely. And of course, on the front, it cleans up spectacularly well also. So I don't really know how many people display him like this. I know I personally don't, and I know it's a bit of a cop-out to say that. However, I don't necessarily think this was the focus of the design objectives. It was more from the front, and from the front, they have nailed it. He looks fantastic. Now, in terms of the backpack being compared to MP21, I have the MP21. This looks better in my opinion. I don't just want some huge shell on the back. It looks like parts that have integrated to become a robot, which makes perfect sense for me. So obviously that's a personal choice, but for me, it looks just fine. Now let's take a look at the feet. As you can see, there are big overhangs at the back, but the sort of benefit of that is he's pretty sturdy. He's got these big sort of heel spurs and he stands quite nicely. The feet from the front look pretty fantastic. You can see these pieces on the back there. It's not ideal. I'm not trying to really sugarcoat it. However, for me, that is not a huge issue. Now, the joints on mine are super tight. This leg is a little bit floppy at the top there. That's just because of the mechanism that they've got where it sort of hides away this piece, just like on MP44, which I really do appreciate. It's a little bit spring-loaded, so it's not ideal. However, in terms of the actual knee joints and everything like that, mine is super tight. Just like the joint up here, it is incredibly stiff. So I don't have any of those loose joint issues. But either way, as a whole, I am really loving the look of this piece right here. Now, for a quick size comparison, I will zoom out because this is going to look completely ridiculous. There is the MP44. He is huge compared to Bumblebee, and as I said, let's zoom the camera out and take a closer look. Punching out for a quick side-by-side comparison between the two figures, here you can see just how small and tiny that Bumblebee figure is, so it just goes to show how much engineering Takara has put into this guy to make it work. I am super impressed with what they've done here. The size looks pretty darn accurate to the show, and these two look fantastic together. I cannot wait to put the shelf together with all of the other G1 bots, all the Plus models, to make this ultimate cartoon accurate display. Just wrapping up on MP45 Bumblebee 2.0. Now, does this figure warrant picking him up even though you already own the MP21? I think that's the question on everybody's mind. And let me just say, for me personally, the answer is yes. This guy is fantastic. Now, you do have to set aside all of the issues that you do have with the backpack and the shoes, or I should say the feet, until you see him in person. If you haven't seen him in person, don't be so quick to judge because he looks fantastic. Once you get him posed up with all the accessories, his blaster, his interchangeable faceplates, all of that good stuff, he looks really freaking good. He looks exactly like the cartoon model. Now, I've never really understood this whole trope of wanting an updated G1 toy version. The G1 toys already exist. Show me another fully transformable cartoon accurate figure that can be used in place of this guy right here that looks as good as he does in both modes, and then I think you'll have a reason to say we shouldn't have gotten this guy, we should have gotten a toy version instead, because I think that comes across a little bit ungrateful because, as I said, we already have the G1 toys. Why would you want an updated version of something we already have versus something that we have never gotten before? And this is exactly what this guy is, a completely Sunbow accurate design for Bumblebee, just shrunk down, miniaturized, and made into a transformable toy. And that, for me personally, is what I really do love about this guy right here. He is fantastic, absolutely worth picking up. And if you do want to do that, the link is down in the description below to head over to RoboToys and pick him up. Definitely well worth it. The guys over there will help you out. Now, if you do want to also check out the link to 6 Scale Network, the brand new awesome Facebook group, come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, and overall, have a good time. Also check out Justin and Steph, our brand new second channel, for behind the scenes videos, toy hunts, and a hell of a lot more good stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.